like exaggerated caricatures of ourselves right now?
Not really, no.
Okay, I was just curious. Oh my goodness. Party in the morning. Party boosh in the morning.
Yes.
Oh god, my feet are uncovered.
I have work I need to do.
Yeah, whatever. My feet are cold. Sorry.
I think we want to give the semblance that we're in control, that it's not controlling us. And I think it's because we remember a time without it very, very clearly and keenly. In fact, the majority of our years were lived without, let's say, Facebook.
So yeah, I'm stuck because she won't take the blood test.
That sucks, because you're ugly.
I'm really ugly.
I know I've said it like
So
plus
sad.
50 times, but you're ugly.
I know, I'm vile looking. I hate.
Every time I come to the screen, I'm like so disgusted by it, I feel like I have to say it
I'm
again.
almost tempted to restart the game just so I can A, not look like shit, and B, not be a
You can't change the way that you look on people.
Oh, you can't get enough money to do that?
No. Oh no. No. You're stuck.
Books, I would say are media. Movies are media. Music is media. It's a form of getting information to you.
I suppose media is just anything that's like produced. I mean, there's like mass media and media, which is different. So like mass media would be like if you had like TV or film or like newspapers that go out to the masses, to a lot of people. Whereas media would just be like, I suppose like if you wrote a blog, but like no one looked at it, that's still media. So I guess media would just be in general ways of communicating, whether it's electronic, paper, anything like that.
Something that is dumb.
Oh yeah. I would never tell my parents that, they would freak out.
My parents steal shit, so.
Whoa.
Have I told you about my wall of signs in my basement?
No.
We have this giant wall in my basement of street signs my dad has stolen.
My mom tells me this story about once how she accidentally stole chocolate from the camp, like,
Nice.
those the little, like, what is it called? The canteen. And, like, she was the most horrifying. Like, she's like, I've never felt more guilty in my entire life. I'm like, what? Or actually, maybe she got caught or something. I don't know. She said it was horrible. Like, she was stealing a chocolate bar. Like, chill the fuck out.
So, my dad's Cumbies was in a plaza, and then right next to it was this bar that my mom's best friend's her husband, who died a couple years ago, worked there. And they didn't have orange juice, and somebody wanted a sidecar, or a screwdriver. So my mom had to go next door and get orange juice, and she met my dad, and then there was like this complicated note passing system on car windshields, and this is actually the cutest story ever. But back to the point.
And I'm just like, I don't have to bring it back to Miss Hoff's classroom.
So you stole teachers' books?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awful. That's like stealing your friend's books.
Yep.
That is terrible. And I judge people for being so geeks.
Oh yeah. You're not.
It's about the technologization of, beings that are like humans, or human beings, right? Turning human-like beings into technology in some ways.
It's not super effective.
So this in some ways is related to, I think, your question, about, the kinds of cyber networks that we have and the virtual worlds that we have, where we sort of have various types of existences, right? And leave traces of ourselves, bits and pieces of ourselves, and we sort of inhabit a lot of different non-physical places now. What does that mean in terms of our relationship with the people that we, with whom we share these kind of different spaces with or places with and stuff?
I feel like when Facebook was added in, it didn't really change things that much. To me, it's just sort of I look at my Facebook newsfeed, and for 5 seconds I see, oh, that person wrote something funny, or oh, that person had a bad day, that sort of thing. But so it's like, oh, just like little tiny ways to communicate with people. And then the other way I use it is if I'm chatting with someone or through email or something, or sorry, through the messaging or something, but I could use the email for instead of the messaging. If Facebook were to disappear, we could all just use IM or email, or I guess Twitter, but that's also social media. But it's something really unique. It's just all those things put together, and since everyone uses it, it makes things easier. Yeah, it's kind of a problem. But then everyone's like, "Whoa, you're amazing!" every time they see me. So.
In memory of John Gridnack, father, friend, and chief of the Fungoids.
Am I supposed to understand the plot of this game so far? Because I so far don't really understand what the fuck is. He's trying to rescue the robot guy.
Yeah.
And they're friends, and they've had like previous games together.
Yep.
And the other guy is like perpetual sidekick guy.
No, the other guy is annoying. I'm a superhero guy, even though he like sucks at everything. So he's like comic relief.
I need to Google this.
Copy that. Operation Red Shirt is a go.
Oh my god. Did you guys hear what he just said?
Operation Red Shirt is a go.
Do you get that?
Yeah, the Star Trek thingy.
But something about home is that me and my sister are really pop culture, like, inundated. Like, I've spent the past week watching a show with my sister over the internet, which is, like, really crazy. But, we'll do something during the day, something that's, like, we'll watch a movie over breakfast, and we'll be talking about it when my dad's home. And he will think we're having a real conversation about real things that had happened. And so he'll get interested in the conversation. And then we'll be like, Dad, we're actually talking about something that doesn't exist. And he will get angry and leave. Because he's just so pissed off by the fact that so many of our conversations are about things that don't exist.
The double glasses. It's classy. You're using your like balloon sleeviness to hide your hands. Yes.
Oh, I could read like this, but I won't.
You can read it like that, but you won't. I was talking with my art teacher about how I have like insane tunnel vision because it's affecting my art. It was cool. I was like, you're right. Let's go crazy. Did you read the thing in Fables that was about, I don't know what volume it is, and all I know is a random extra from my download, where when Snow and Bigby first meet. Oh, okay, because you haven't gotten to that yet. No, it's like you have. It's just it's in a different edition, or like I don't know. You have. It's just they do like a flashback thing, and it's just a short story. Like it's not even. It's kind of illustrated. It's good. Do you see on your? Oh no, it's just a light. For a second, I thought like you had this hair was like growing out of your eyebrow into like your hair or something. I was like, that's Ted's fucking eyebrows. I was like, I'm impressed, Charlie.
I'm working on the eyebrow comb over. It takes a while to grow out.
Yeah.
Characters who have such a strong effect on me kind of take hold of a little piece of my brain. So I just kind of like take them into myself, and so when something happens to them, it's like something is happening to me. I know a lot of people, when they're dealing with shit they don't want to, they just like either don't think about it or make it seem not real.
Mm-hmm.
And by throwing yourself into fictional media, or throwing fictional media into you, it's and making it not real. Because if, you know, something's going wrong and like, oh god, drama, it's just like, oh, skins, what? Drama all the time.
You've got this conception of the mind as essentially inner or private, and one way in which Twitter and Facebook, this is reaching a little bit here, but connect up with this notion of the mind is, you know, you have things like memories and conversations and thoughts, and they're out there. It's like creating almost a little mental space that other people can visit. They get a glimpse of your interior, you know. I always thought Facebook represented us a little bit more authentically. You had to be yourself. You had to use, well, you have to, but it was harder not to use your own name, not to put your own pictures up, not to be who you were. MySpace had this quality of inventing yourself to a certain extent.
Your generation is aware of media and social media, where you actually have some control over how you represent yourself. So that social media is a representational space, just like art and movies and, you know, films and you know, things of that sort are. So that you understand social media or online social space like Facebook as a performative space, so that you know that there's always a layer of performance every time you're on one of these things. And in some ways then you see yourself as an actor on some kind of stage, you know, or in a film, you know, and you know that even though you're sort of being on these, you're also sort of performing. So you create a character that is yourself on all of these spaces. On social media, you're creating a character of yourself. It's representational. It's not absolutely yourself. It's a simulation in some ways, to borrow some of the things that we talk about in science fiction. And so I think that the line between what's fictional and what's real is not as clear to you guys, because you're constantly living in both spaces. You're living in these representational social network spaces as much as you're living in real, you know, physical, everyday material space.